Hey toys and collectible fans, Fly Guy for TekSushi.com, giving you a look at this, Marvel Avengers, the movie series Hawkeye. We've had in this line the comic series Hawkeye, but now's the turn to get the movie series version. Comes with 3 launching arrows, the package tells us, and he is number 13 in the wave, or waves, because it's the second wave, and these other characters up top have been spectacularly crap in the 3.5-inch version, I have to say, which is why I've bought none of them, because they're rubbish. Real lack of articulation, but I've got a soft spot for Hawkeye. I think the uniform and everything on the character is very cool, so we picked up some of him in the past. I just managed to pick this up in a local Kmart. DC and I were out scrounging for toys and managed to find this. So there's some other figures in the wave. 15, the Skrull Soldier, not the best figure, I'll probably pass on that one. Definitely getting the Black Widow, which is really in demand it seems, and I've put in an order with our good friends at DorksideToys.com for one of them, because it's one of the few places I can actually find one. And Shockstrike Thor is a figure that I'm just not going to bother buying as well. Pretty crap on the articulation. Comes with 3 launching arrows, it says there, and yeah, it's a bit of a play feature, but there you go. If you want to freeze the frame, there's a bit on Hawkeye and all about him, and he's passed a little bit of a snippet anyway. So the play feature that it comes with is pretty much you get 2 bows in the package and 3 arrows, and really it's one of these standard things. If you've bought a Star Wars figure in recent years, you've seen this wonderful feature. These flick missile kind of things. So this bow can clip off that holder. It's basically got a little peg that it clips on the bow. You can see the spear bow there. I'll show you that in a minute, but you get 2 bows, and there's no kind of lock and load feature on this, so you can't kind of pull this back and lock it in and then fire the missile when you want, press a button. You've literally got to pull it back and there you go, fire it off, that's it. So that's the play feature you get. If you want a spare bow for another figure or another version of Hawkeye, you've got to unplug this thing. I'll probably break it in the process. There you go. Small peg hole on the, you can just see it just from my first fingers there, and that allows that small kind of peg, oops, on the blade there to plug into that. So spare blade, and that's enough of the play features. On with the figure. He's pretty good in terms of articulation and layout throughout, so a very good figure. The lighting here in the studio is not picking up the paintwork too well, but it is a little shonky overall, and it's showing as if he doesn't really have a mouth there, pretty much. But I can assure you, if I turn the camera a little bit, you can just see the faint outline of that facial sculpt there. There's a little bit there, but it's a very all one colour. There is no kind of nuances on paint on this. There's no subtleties. There's no extra, let me just zoom right in, no extra kind of detail. It's just slap one colour all over. You can see around the hairline it's a little bit sloppy and a little bit over on the glasses. Particularly where it goes a bit odd is if you look at the face, it's got this very, if you're a Doctor Who fan, you've maybe seen one of those the kind of plastic faces in the last season, that kind of creature they had in there, and it's yeah, nondescript, kind of all one colour. But then when you look at the arms, there's a much redder, much more realistic flesh-like tone, only to then lose it a little bit by the joint that's there in the elbow too. So a little bit, yeah, never mind. That crap aside, and that paint, which is not bad, but it's just not great, we do get some very cool shield transfers and logos, very cool silver paint on the zip and on the outfit there, which is very cool, on the buckles, on the legs and thighs, and on the boot. So again, it's good in places, but a bit chunky on the face where we really probably need it more than anything. He does come with an arrow holder on the back, which if you've seen the movie The Avengers is rather epic and is really cool. This is actually, it seems to be a plug that basically is plugged into his back there, but it's glued on, so it's a bit of a shame that way. But it's very detailed in the plastic element, but there's no arrows, which is a bit of a bummer, and there's no hole to put any arrows, even if you had any. So even if you did some arrows popping out the top and made it look a little, it just seems a little daft that there's Hawkeye and he's got no arrows to fire. So anyway, that's the way it goes. So I just rather preferred that than all these crap things here. You would actually got some arrows, considering the whole point of this guy's an archer, but never mind. In terms of articulation on him, he's pretty good. He's got a ball jointed head, ball joint with hinges on the shoulders, ball joint with hinge on the elbows, no swivel wrists, sadly. He does have no waist articulation at all, but he does have these double ball joint hips, and we get a ball joint with hinge on the knees too. No articulation in the ankles, all one piece. So yes, there we go, and peg holes in the bottom. So look, he's a cool figure. Loved the Avengers and loved some of the characters, and I would have bought more from this line had they really not kind of sucked immensely. Really, I thought the figures were pretty shocking. The paintwork's a bit shocking. The quality through it was pretty poor, and it felt like, sorry to see Hasbro, who are very good, we speak to them a lot, and that they're very good at keeping in touch and sending us stuff for review, so we love what they do, but paintwork on this one's really shoddy, and the articulation was, it just made this whole Avengers line feel a little bit rushed, so not great. However, look forward to Black Widow when we get a chance to review her, and hang around for, make sure you subscribe, by the way, I should say, up above his head, because we've got a larger 6-inch exclusive version that came only in the USA and Walmart stores and sold out incredibly quickly of this guy, and he's really cool, so we'll get a look at him as well. Yet another one by Hasbro. So they do great figures in the vintage collection line of Star Wars and many other lines in Marvel. We know they do great, but this line was not the best. But still, if you like Hawkeye, it's a good one to add to your collection. So let us know what you think. Facebook.com/TekSushi, TekSushi, and join us there for lots of news and toys and trailers and links to other bits and pieces. And if you haven't watched any of our other videos, make sure you do. We've got some great reviewers on this channel. We've got DC, who pretty much looks after everything DC, Batman, and all sorts of cool Lego, and the epic FX Franz, who's a huge following on YouTube. Check out some of these videos and reviews. Our man in Manila does some excellent reviews, including his Transformers stuff. So thank you, FX Franz. And yep, Team TekSushi, join us. More reviews coming soon. Cheers.